Matthew Kershaw,
Kyle Shimon.
are you going to tell me your favourite, your bestest time travel joke?
I feel like you've asked me this before many times.
It's because we're in a paradox. We're looping through time and space, which is
you
why
say
we're
that
back playing.
Would you say we're near a white hole? What's a white hole? Well, a black hole spews out time and space. A white hole absorbs it, sucking time inwards.
Literally nobody will get that
What's
reference.
A white hole?
Shut the fuck up.
I hope somebody gets that reference.
Nobody will. You watch shit shows.
Red Dwarf is not a shit show.
Oh, it's bad. It is.
You know what is shit?
Show.
Tumblr. So anyway, what is this game?
This is Mechs Mercs, Black Talons. There's the official name. Oh fuck, I missed a colon out. Hold on. You just start again. It's a colon between Mercs and Talons. There's a black. What game are we playing?
I don't know. We've already recorded the audio for this once. Then you lost yours, we're now redoing it.
Yep. You enjoyed this the first time, right?
I hated this the first time. Hey, there's Big Boss.
Beginning to end. That looks nothing like Big Boss. He has a nose ring for a start.
Big Boss.
Big Boss wouldn't get a piercing.
Oh, my Big Boss would. Right in his dick.
Know what you call your big... Yep. I didn't know you'd go there or not, but...
So, explain this game to me. Because, you know, we've already watched a 20-minute video of this, where you tried to tell me about it and I wouldn't pay attention because it was so boring.
So this is a genre of game called real-time strategy. Fans of the mobile won't really understand this because a lot of their games are turn-based. I don't know, like you shoot things. Basically, it's on Steam. Mechs Mercs Black Talons. Cost me £15, so it's not like full price by any means. But it's kind of, it feels quite old. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way, I mean it in a just like sort of 90s strategy, like the UI is a bit weird and doesn't really
I
tell
said
you
this in the last time we recorded audio, it feels like StarCraft, just the music and the UI in it.
Yeah, I mean StarCraft's a bad game, so I don't know why you'd reference
No,
it.
this is what you said last time.
Yep, because I still think it, you know, you haven't sold me on the idea of StarCraft being worth playing. Well,
let's just say if you could get StarCraft for £15 or this for £15, you should probably go for StarCraft.
Oh, I don't know. I think I own all the StarCrafts. I've played part of StarCraft 2.
Have you played StarCraft Brood War? Because that's the best one.
No.
There you go.
I'm not going to go. It's like... Whatever. All games suck. Got to move on. But basically you have squads. You drop so many squads. There's a whole weight limit on your dropship at the beginning. And then you can call down additional forces to your reinforcement points. That was just like sort of hold this area mission. It wasn't particularly interesting. Wasn't really difficult. But let's take a look at some of the squad building, because this is what you do on your ship between missions.
Right.
It's kind of like StarCraft, you know, you've got your different departments, people just walking around. You can go into the bars and click on things. No jukebox though.
Oh.
So yeah, everything's got skill trees, but there's different skill trees for the different types of infantry. And there's also this idea of like allies and rivals in the star system. So I'm friends with the Nocte, who are in the story or in the system to help them, basically. So because I've done a lot of missions for them and fought their enemies, I can now gain their troops. And they have different skill trees and looks than ours, so there's actually some really neat things in there.
That's kind of cool.
There's like the mechs, sorry, not the Titans. They're better about the weapons because they actually show you like statistics and stuff. Like, oh yeah, this does this much infantry damage, this does whatever against armor. Yeah. But like the troopers, they don't really explain to you what the weapons do. They don't explain the ranges, the strengths, the weaknesses. So you kind of just feel a bit hit and miss. Which is really the problem with this game, is that you never people will just wink out of existence, you know, having been wiped out by some horde of enemies because they just respawn constantly.
Yeah.
And you just won't know. Like, there's no good UI tips. The woman says something, but if this music, then the music is so loud you can't even hear the AI companion.
So far, the music is the best part about this game.
This game's great, dude. It's got style. It does feel like older than it should do, but it's cool. So this is the recruitment. Different types of squads. You've got heavy, light, medium, engineers.
Did you get Gavin?
Different mechs. No, I'm not. Gavin's the worst. He ruined my PMC.
I prefer Michael, clearly, but
Yep.
anyway.
He's kawaii as fuck. So this is the galaxy map. This is where you take the missions. You can see the factions at the top there. Green is a Nocte there on my side. We've got 2 red factions because I've just done... They've been the receiving end of my missions. And there's like a weird time restraint, like missions... I don't know if they disappear or they swap out the different objectives or what. But they will count down and then that one will be gone. But every time I've come to that menu, it's always been... Those planets have always had a mission of some description.
Yeah.
It's just kind of, I think, what the objective is changes, but... So let's jump down to the desert and see a bit of the desert map.
Oh no, this again.
It's been the city.
See, when
I really like the lighting.
When you told me you would cut this video down a bit because last time it was so long, I hoped you would cut out the desert bits.
No, the
Clearly
desert's great.
not. Oh,
Desert's great. Look at all that waving grass. It's just like all in lines. It's awesome. So this is the dropship. They've got this weight limit. Obviously, the heavy armor troops are obviously a lot heavier than the light troops, but the light troops just get pulverized in seconds. And then the mech is like huge.
yeah.
But I need to jump back into this game. I haven't really played anymore since then, but
Would you say you need to drop in?
I need to drop in part 2 when we recover the back half of this game.
No.
In excruciating detail. Right, so here's the landing zone when you come down. You can capture different landing zones. But at the minute, anywhere where I'm at the minute, you always have to wait 90 seconds for the dropship to come back. So if you suddenly lose a unit, then you're basically fucked. Unless the enemy just stops attacking you or something. So
Sounds
it's kind
great.
of, it doesn't feel particularly well balanced. It's awesome waving grass.
Next gen graphics.
It's a PC game, like. I know people like to think that every game on the PC looks 40 times better than the consoles, but that's not true in the slightest.
Don't know about you, but I remember playing the Alien vs Predator real-time strategy game on the PS2, and that looked better than this.
You're lying, because that didn't run at 1080p. This does. And I've never played that game. I had a friend that played it, and they always talked about how good it was. And I can find it on Amazon, but I think last time I checked, it was like £40-something, because obviously it's not in print anymore.
It was like a super basic real-time strategy game, but it was kind of fun to play. I don't remember much of it, but I remember it being fun at least.
Could you like just spawn endless waves of facehuggers?
Yes.
Ah, we're gonna get a copy of that game. We're gonna do extensive coverage of this like 15-year-old game that nobody cares about.
Oh, what are they called?
What?
Looking back at old games. Looking back at old games.
Dusting off.
Dusting off. There you go. Dusting off. Alien vs Predator. Real-time
We need to do some of
strategy.
them. It's been a while since we've covered any old games because you refuse to make like written content. So you know.
I can't write. I'm dyslexic.
Oh, don't even go there.
I'm not, but you know.
Yeah, like this is. I mean, if this combat doesn't grip you, then like this is why I included the desert bit, was to see the cool like tearing on the unit models when I exploded them.
How they like spaz out and get their arms and legs stretched out.
Oh, it's cool. It's cool. I honestly don't know what problem you have with this game. I think it's cool. Like
It's so boring to watch.
it's a strategy game. Name a single interesting strategy game.
StarCraft.
No, that's a lie. It's shit to watch.
I can happily watch a game of StarCraft.
It's shit to
over this.
play. Like
It's alright to
StarCraft is
play.
too simple. Like that's the thing. Like if you really aren't good at strategy games, yeah, you can just play it on normal or whatever, and it's fine. You can walk through it and have a good time watching the really shit story.
Yeah.
But then, like, if you're really good at it, yeah, there's that room for not, to really master the systems and the build orders and the APMs and shit. But
I'm
like,
gonna fucking six-pool you with my Zergs.
if you're not going to get that deep, and you're not dumb enough to think the base game at its like normal difficulty or like low level multiplayer is like interesting, then I don't know. It's so uninteresting. It's like
It's
all
like-
of Blizzard's games are the same way, and like, it's
gonna
really,
say-
obviously good, but
I was gonna say it's the same thing with like League of Legends, where everybody argues that it's so complicated with all this system in place, when it's really nobody plays like that other than the quote-unquote professionals.
yeah,
And really,
like,
it's just kind of a shitty game.
if you commit hours to it, you'll find depth in anything. And clearly, Blizzard and Riot and Valve do it as well with Dota. They clearly balance these games really well, so that the people who seek the depth get rewarded for it. But
Yeah.
I want to play more games, not more of a single game.
Yeah.
And there's like far more immediately rewarding games than like anything Blizzard's put out. I did enjoy Diablo though. That said, it just happened to appear at a time that I was doing exams and I destroyed my wrist, and then I realized I had to write for like 6 hours straight.
See, I don't destroy my wrist playing video games. I destroy them doing something else.
Yep. Both wrists or just one? Like that, you got to go with the left hand.
Well, you got to play, piano with 2 wrists. You see, so
Yes.
it's 2 of them.
When I think of you, I think of Piano Maestro Kershaw pounding away at keys of a different kind. But
I really want to learn to play the piano. Like I tried to learn how to read sheet music, and that didn't go very well.
are you being serious?
I'm being totally serious. I tried to learn piano at one point and trying to read sheet music. I know how to.
You're like super emotional and need to express yourself through sound and dance or whatever.
It's actually because I really like the Nocturne Pour Tomaki song, and I was like, oh, I wish I could play that on piano.
Oh,
so I thought,
right.
fuck it, I'll learn to play the piano then.
This makes way more sense now. Now it doesn't surprise me at all.
I just want Tomaki Senpai to notice me.
He's not real. He's dead.
Oh.
Just like Clippy. Adios!
Fucking Clippy! Why did we not mention him?